was having like a really like, yeah, kind of start to the year, and now I've just kind of wanted to be like low-key. Like I haven't been doing much lately other than work, which is likely contributing to that feeling of just being like tired and not wanting to do much. The more I fill my life with things to do, the more I feel like I'm doing, and the more time I feel like I have, if that makes sense. So I think I'm just in a bit of a cycle right now, which is cool. But it is Trigger Word Tuesday. This is going to be a sort of continuation of that prop theme. Excuse me for my throat. Prop theme. It wasn't really props last week. It was more sort of like house tour / tapping on things that people suggested, which is what it was meant to be. But it was just funny, like re-editing it. It was like, oh my god, this is a shit show, but it was a fun shit show at least. So the best kind, I guess. But this week it's more of a traditional style thing, except of course I've got the props. So if this is going to be me spending a little bit less time with each item, just to kind of move things along, I don't know how long this is going to be, but that is sort of like what I am envisioning. I've got just slightly south of 30 words. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I have about 26 suggestions for this video, and this is going to be kind of me talking about what's coming next. So, next up, we are going to do a normal Trigger Word Tuesday, or Trigger Word Tuesdays, depending on how long the word list is. I'm going to try to put up the suggestion post on Tuesday, like today when you're seeing this, just to see like if that gives us enough words for 2 weeks. Then we have 2 weeks of just like regular old Trigger Word Tuesday, and then we're back to theming for like the last 2 weeks of March, and or the 2 middle weeks of March, and or just the second week of March. Who knows? Time will tell. But that being said, so far I think things have been good. Expect member videos this week if they haven't come out already. I was going to try to film one yesterday, which yesterday was Friday for me, the 21st, and it did not work out. Work was busy on Friday, so I'm thinking maybe 2 member videos on Sunday, or something like that, There, I think so. Anyway, thinking. I do it a lot, surprisingly. But we are going to get into it with, of course, first. Oh, right, I need to shout out the new word suggesters because not all of them were in last week's video. So we have got Alexis Win 246. We have got Elizabeth 8169, but they were in last week's video as well. Hello, where are all of you? I know there's one more of you. Oh, Lavender Fox 163, you were also in last week's video. 44SOF as well. And then Galilee Bot, I think you suggested once before, but if you haven't, then you are new as well. But I recognize you, so if you've suggested before, and or you're probably just a commenter, that might be the thing that I'm thinking of. But the first suggestion is from Alexis Win 246, and Alexis Win, I have a reparation to make to you. Last week, I pointed out my lamp on my night table. I can't say that Alexis wins a tested lamp. So I apologize. I'm sorry, Alexis win. But I do remember that your suggestion is glasses. I thought I might have had my other pair of glasses here, but I do not. So we're going to do this with no glasses. Wow. God, I need a new prescription. Shit. Lovely. I love slowly going blind. It's so fun. But these are my blue pair of glasses. This is my blue pair of glasses. I've also got the orange and black pair, but both of my glasses, actually, every pair of glasses that I've ever owned comes from the same brand. Hello. Can I get, there we go. So, all of my glasses come from the same brand. And I'm such an idiot. Oh god, there's a fungus gnat in here. Oh jeez. Anyway, all of my I need to stop. Okay, what if I do it this way? Will it make it any better? No, it doesn't. I'll just hold them sideways. All of my glasses have come from the same brand. I don't know. Does it say it on the... Oh no, it only says it on the inside. It's this brand here. I don't know if you can read that, but it says Morel right there. These glasses are sort of a square-ish shape. It's just going to be happening. Are kind of a square-ish shape. And they don't have any frame. They're just like a hanging lens. And then they've got this wonderful little like area of negative space at the side of the lenses. They're blue metal. And these ones are by far more airy and more light. I truly almost don't feel them on my face, but they're very nice. This pair, I need to get the nose pads like moved in slightly so that they sit more here because they tend to travel down. Which is annoying, but I mean, hey, what can you do? I think it also has to do with the shape of my nose, just simply, but these ones I definitely have to adjust more than usual, and I just really like them. They're very sleek. I like the orange and black ones probably better. Those are the ones with the round frame. I like those a little bit better because I feel like they frame my face a little bit more, but these are very nice because they are just so big and they are so unintrusive that it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing anything. So these are my glasses. I also think I forgot to say, but the idea is like tapping, scratching, and over-explaining these trigger words as well as repeating them Oh, and then here, next one is Leanne J. Fixes Good Hunter. Good Hunter, Good Hunter. I miss all of you. Chelsea, you're in here on number 2. That's so cool. Melanie, you're in here. Sophia, you're in here as well. On the second Trigger Tuesday word list. This is back when I didn't even count how many. Let's see how many did in my notebook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So my first Trigger Tuesday video had 23 words in it. In the notebook here, I'll show you a page with writing on it. This is the page that I'm currently on. This is one Trigger Word Tuesday. This is another Trigger Word Tuesday, and this is today's Trigger Word Tuesday. You can see in my notebook. And Alexis, when your next suggestion was remote, and I chose the remote. A very old remote that I have, simply because of that texture on the bottom, so I could do some scratching on this remote. This is an Aquos remote, or a Sharp remote, not too sure, but it has a lot of buttons. This may be an opinion that doesn't matter. Well, it is an opinion that doesn't matter, I'll tell you that much, but I prefer remotes like this. With like all of the buttons and shit like that. I don't mind those ones with a voice control, like the little and then you say something, but I've got a Shaw. Like, Shaw is our cable company. Well, okay, because Canada is a fan of telecommunications monopolies, it's now Rogers. Rogers and Shaw merged, and here out west you can either choose between Telus or Rogers, because are you gonna choose Bell? Really? And honestly, are you gonna choose Telus? I mean, Rogers is the worst, or is the best of 3 not great choices, and that's how monopolies work. But anyway, these remotes I like better because those voice control ones, it never fucking understands me. It doesn't. I'll say, like, you'll say, like, I don't even know, but you'll say something, and it's just like, it says the wrong thing, or you'll be like, Real Housewives of whatever or something. It's a comfort show, okay? And it'll take you to a YouTube clip compilation, and it's like, no, I don't want to watch YouTube. I want to see if this is on demand. Anyway, I think it's likely not that big of a deal, and truthfully it isn't, because 50% of the times it works fine, another 50 it doesn't. And the other thing that's annoying that my remote does, not this one but the voice controlled one does, is that you have to click the voice command and it goes like the didn't work sound, so then you have to click it again every single time. Why? Improve your product, Rogers, not Shaw anymore. Sadly. I mean, not that Shaw was much better, but I mean, like, at least we had 4 choices, you know? I thought the capitalist market was supposed to, like, as you suggested, a bear clip. Now, I don't know if this thing is a bear clip. I wasn't really sure. But this is the only hair clip that I have in the house. There's, I have a clip, you'll see, like that steak that's being, like, traced by my finger. No, that fungus gnat. I'm trying to kill that fungus gnat, I swear to God. That steak, it has, like, a little tiny plant clip on it. But this is the only clip that I have for hair. And I like it. It's from the Body Shop. I got it as part of a advent calendar, and truthfully, this was the worst product in that advent calendar, and it's still pretty good. That advent calendar was the best thing ever. If you need to buy, especially if you're thinking of shopping Canadian, the Canadian branch of the Body Shop is not, I think it is, in the United States, it's one of those pyramid scheme kind of things. Allegedly. Cover my ass. But, in Canada, it's like a brick and mortar store. It's like a mall retailer kind of thing. And it's very good. They have very good products, and they're very, committed to being environmentally friendly. They will fully cancel a product line if it is not sustainable, or at least not, like, centaur up there. I am a Sagittarius. And I always loved that Sagittarius was an archer when I was a kid. I used to love that. But sadly, no Orion on this vase. No Cassiopeia either. So this is what I thought I would use as a vase. I like finger print tapping, like not the nails, but on like sharper sounding objects like this. I like it when you use the pads of your fingers, or when the person uses the pads of their fingers, I should say. Makes it sound a little bit like clinky leather tapping almost. Oh, your boy just got a text. I don't know where my phone is though, so. And now to continue on with these kinds of sounds, we've got my favorite coffee cup. Now why is this my favorite, you ask? There's a story behind this coffee cup, and I'm hiding it on the other side. Now, the story behind this coffee cup, I can't really say it, but let's just say this coffee cup was bound for the garbage somewhere, and you know, maybe I was tasked with that. And I did a bad job of throwing it away. No comment on how I end up with this coffee cup. But it's got this matte, sort of brownish bottom to it. And then a more, again, like satiny, not quite matte, kind of finish at the top. This thing is gargantuan though. This thing can hold a shitload of whatever you want to drink. I always pour myself like the biggest cups of tea in this thing. And it's great. This thing will survive any fucking washing machine, any dishwasher, whatever. This thing is built to last. This thing is built for industrial dishwashers, so this coffee cup is staying with me for a long time. Coffee cup. I've got a second that's identical. That again, it was meant for the garbage, you know, and it really didn't make it to the garbage somehow. I have another coffee might get interrupted here, or two. It really depends. It really depends. But the next suggestion is from Lavender Fox 163, and they suggested hairbrush. So I've got I washed it, but of course it's got a little bit of hair in it. I apologize, but this is from Quo. There, I think that's right side for you guys, for you all. But this is from Quo, from Shoppers Drug Mart, and it is a very nice hairbrush. It's the first time we're doing hair sounds on the channel too. This brush is really nice because lately my hair has been like frequently enough. I'm noticing that it's getting a little bit knotty. Like there. Like two strands of hair will get knotted. And I do a good job of brushing my hair every single morning, and like I even will do it in the shower sometimes with a finer tooth comb, but I don't know, this brush though does a great job of like keeping that mostly under control, and or if it comes upon a knot, it won't like rip it all the way out, which is nice. This is a very nice hairbrush. It's the same as a red one that I had from Revlon. It came as part of a blow dryer set that my mom got, and then I took the hairbrush from her. And I fell in love with brushes like this ever since. Look, there's just a couple of little knots for whatever reason. There we go. Now my hair is going to be overly manicured. This brush also really accentuates this like thing that I've got going on, which I've learned to embrace. At first I thought it looked goofy, and now I really like it. It's very unique. That's what you are. The stilettos kicking vintage crystal off the bar. Category: bad bitch, I'm the bar. Alien superstar. I'm too sexy for this world. Forever, I'm that girl. Feed you diamonds and pearls. Ooh, baby. U-N-I-Q-U-E. It's also got this cool, like, slatted pattern or whatever. Now that we're done with that, I'll just clip my hair back. I don't know. But we're gonna do one last one. Oh shit, that like fucked it up. Whatever. We're gonna do the last word, and then like I said, I'll need to go. At least I have not been interrupted. I thought I would be, but oh, come on. Wait, come on. But then I will go. So next up, this is a suggestion from Ippy Cake. And truth be told, I should have done this last week, because this thing's big, but it's the suggestion of blanket. So we're gonna try some things. With this blanket. This navy blue indigo blanket. I'm kind of bunching it up to make it into a brush. That sounds cool. This blanket is so goddamn soft. This side is this nice side, which has more of a pattern. You can kind of see it. That's super soft too. Yeah, you can see it's got like a chevron thing going on. It's this navy blue blanket, and every single winter, pretty much, if you spend, I think it's over $75 at Indigo, you can get one of these reduced from the price of, I think it's $45, down to $35. And then I've got a further 10% off because I'm an Indigo member. Indigo Plus or whatever. Indigo, if you ever want to sponsor me, I will be your, I'm going to say something appropriate. I was about to not, but I will be your sponsorship partner. I was about to say something that starts with WH, but I feel like that's a good way to burn a bridge before you've even built it. ORE are the last two words. But this blanket is absolutely fantastic. It's incredible. I've had it for like, it's easily been 4 years now, and this thing has been washed so much, and it still has almost like new softness. Like, this is the texture that a regular blanket would have like a year after you get it, but this thing is such good longevity. It's a perfect gift too. I've given this thing different colors of it to so many people because it's just so good. It's a really good blanket. Highly, 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 highly recommended. like fancy. Anyway, I switched those out. These ones for those ones, and these ones I'm keeping around in the basement, just in case any of our basement lights burn out. Or any other lights, honestly, for that matter. So this is like my backup light bulb. The nice part is that in my rooms, like this room, and then the room that I have my desk in on the other wall, I don't use the overhead light basically at all, I think. So these light bulbs last me a long time. These light bulbs last me quite a long time. I think I have an idea. Hopefully that got into frame. My editing software clips like this much of the frame off, which pisses me off, but whatever. So that is light bulb. So thank you, Meg, and I'm sorry for not crediting you last week. Last week. Okay, next up, I have the suggestion from 44SOF as well as Shelby C. Shelby C suggested a toothpaste, and 44SOF suggested toiletries. So I figured we would combine these so that I didn't bring in all of my toiletries, because I was considering it, but then I was like, you know what? We're gonna do the toothpaste. As a stand-in for all of my toiletries. Made in the USA. I'm sorry. I bought this back in August though, so that was before, that was before I was avoiding American products like the plague. I'm sorry, American viewers. I understand that it's not your fault. Unless you voted for it. In which case, fuck around and find out. But I'm gonna have to find a new toothpaste so that I can support Canadian businesses. If you are wondering about supporting businesses, if you are a Canadian viewer, this is for you. Supporting a Canadian business. Sometimes I find it is as simple as going to local craft fairs or things like that, where local artists, local candle makers, local coffee roasters, you'll find them maker halls, those kinds of places. I find that you end up finding a lot of really good quality locally made products. I've been to one where there have been local producers who in the summer they'll have of course their goods, and then in the fall they'll have their goods. Buying local eggs I have found to be they pay off quite good, quite well I should say, where they're very good quality eggs, and they're also, they're comparable in price, but I'm happy knowing that my dollar is going towards someone who could be a neighbor, if you know what I mean. But what was I thinking here? Oh right, I find that going to those kinds of places kind of lets you know who's out there in the local space, so that you can find things like local toiletries, so that you can find things like local these custom wooden board games and things like that. And yes, again, more expensive, but you know what? He's doing it himself. He's using Canadian wood. I'm happy about that. Again, American viewers, I'm sorry. But I don't blame it on those of you who did not vote for you know who. Those of you who did, this is expressly your fault. But I find that Canadians should be banding together to find ways to support the people in your country and your own community, because not only are their products going to become more expensive, American products I should say, but it also puts money back into our economy, which needs all the help it can get, because Lord knows we're under attack here. This is Crest 3D White Stain Eraser. It is a fluoride toothpaste. This is also a PSA. Fluoride in the water does absolutely no harm. In fact, it leads to better dental outcomes in populations. That's the reason why we started doing it. So, fluoride is obviously don't go out and drink a shitload of fluoride, but fluoride in the amount that they put in tap water is good for you. A municipality is not going to poison its own people. That's a conspiracy theory. And we all know what conspiracy theories lead to if left unchecked. We're getting very political here. I apologize. Then again, this is just a reminder, if you're a conservative, you can leave. And please unsubscribe. I don't need you here. So, that's my toothpaste and or my toiletry. Next up, okay, this next suggestion is from Elizabeth8169, and Elizabeth, you suggested shoes. Now, again, here's a Canadian thing. For the most part, culturally, we do not wear shoes in the house, so I don't have house shoes. And I am a sock wearer or a barefoot person in the house, but I do have these old slippers. I do have these old, green and navy blue plaid slippers from a very long time ago, suggestion is a lint roller. This one has a hollow thing. So it makes cool tapping sound. But then also it's a very unique sound. This shirt is remarkably clean. I did just wash it. This one says Scotch Brite. Scotch Brite. Scotch Brite. Scotch Brite on it. Okay, let's just give you a couple of lint rolls. Lint rolls. Lint rolls. I know I said my shirt was clean. This was lint from before, so actually my shirt I guess could have been dirty, but my shirt is not this color, so I think that I'm doing pretty good laundry-wise. So next up is the word tweezers. Tweezers, tweezers, tweezers. Tweezers. Tweezers that we can just use to pluck things. Tweezers, 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 tweezers. Tweezers. closest thing I ever get to feeling not happy with my gender expression is when my stubble is grown in. I fucking hate it. So I just pinch some hairs away. Trying to get that sound, you can hear it from far away. I know it doesn't sound like it, but because the mic is so far back here, and I have it set that this side doesn't experience as much sound as my side. So kind of interesting. Just like this. Next. Suggestion. The next suggestion from Azria was this bottle cap. I was like, okay, what kind of bottle cap do I use? My choice was this wooden bottle cap from this, I don't know if you can read that, Pilgro, there you go, this Pilgro fragrance bottle cap, parfum, this bottle cap is this wonderful black wood with the Pilgro logo in it. If you smell the inside, it smells like the perfume, but with like this woody scent that I absolutely die over. And it just sounds nice putting it back on. Just like that. This Pilgro scent. I have a story to tell about this one. What don't I have a story to tell? I need to find it. Do I have the... It doesn't have the notes. But the top note is Australian pink pepper. And this smells enigmatic, is what I would say it smells like. It is just called Pilgro. And when I first smelled it, you can get it at Anthropology, which is quite a drive from where I am, but my mom and my grandma and I took a trip, and we were in this Anthropology, and they had this fragrance, because I guess Anthro carries Pilgro products. I'm only in Anthro for the flatware and things like that, like the glassware or the plates or whatever. They have a great selection. But this scent, it's like new, and they had a tester, and this smells exactly like the choir trip that we took to San Francisco back in grade 11. I found San Francisco, and California for that matter, to be like paradise. And I understand that saying as a tourist, but like, you don't live in Alberta. And if you have, you understand what I'm saying, where California is like a revolution of a place compared to Alberta, Canada. Especially where I live, it just gets freezing cold anyway. And I understand that California has its drawbacks, but part of being a tourist is experiencing, I think, the reasons why you would want to live there in sort of a romantic way. I feel like that is the draw of being a tourist. Anyway, this fragrance smells like this outlet mall that we went to in a place called Carlsbad, because we went to San Francisco, but we had like this road trip for one day, and there was this place called Carlsbad, and there's this like collection of outlets in Carlsbad, and the stores, and just like this idea of California smelled like it, that and like sea salt to me. And I love the idea of California. Of course, I enjoy healthcare, but I just there's something alluring about California, specifically San Francisco. San Francisco was like this metropolis of just like diversity and wonderfulness, and there were pride flags on buildings. Like, it was such a, like I said, it's such a revolution compared to where I'm from, where I have gotten complaints about the teeny tiny little pride lawn flag that I have. And people look at me weird for having my nail polish on. People used to look at me weird when I had my hair a certain color. But like this, like San Francisco was like so gay and so big, and you could be what you wanted, kind of. And at this point in my life, I don't give a shit about appearing gay or whatever in public. I have the benefit of being perceived as a man, because that is what I identify as, and I have a fairly big body, so I have the benefit of people not wanting to like approach me or harass me. It's happened for sure, but not nearly as much as my smaller queer friends, as my female queer friends. It just, you know, it sucks. It sucks. And when I was in San Francisco, especially back when I was in grade 11, it was like, oh my god, it's okay. Like, there are places where I'm not the word that starts with F, you know? I'm just like, it's just granted sick I was. I didn't get a lot of stuff done. And I was sick for like, it felt like a month, honestly. And so it's just been like, getting stuff done has not worked so far. So again, about that schedule, I will make it work for March. Please, I hope. Like I said, I'm setting these realistic goals for myself so that it feels good when I achieve them, but it doesn't feel like I'm a failure when I don't achieve them, you know? So that is where this clip is going to end, because boy is tired, and I'll see you in a couple seconds. I am back, and the next suggestions come from Galilee Bot, and the first one is pepper. Now this one, I don't know if you meant cracked pepper or like a pepper, but I wanted to bring my pepper mill up here, but it's messy, and I film in my room, and goodness knows I don't want to do my laundry more than I have to, so I found this, luckily, in the fridge. I don't know why, because I fucking hate red pepper, but weirdly it sounds nice, like just a regular old red bell pepper. Like, why does that sound good? It's bizarre. Like, I even like it with the, just like the finger pads, not the nails. And then with the nails, like, this is the most bizarre discovery I think I've made. The fact that I like the sound of a red pepper, and I also like fast tapping with it. Weird. Red bell pepper mic brushing. Innovation is not dead. Did I ever think I would ever have a red bell pepper in my room, much less be tapping on it? No. But ASMR leads you into the weirdest circumstances sometimes. Filming myself scratching my ceiling. Just to name a few. Galilee Bot. Also suggested a body scrub. So I was like, okay, I'll do you one better and bring out the body scrub and the facial scrub. This facial scrub is from ColourPop. It's got this like nice matte finish on the bottle. It's like this watermelon face polish. It's very nice. last year's theme of not purchasing too much for myself and just like using what I've got and being a little bit more conscious of what I am purchasing, if you know what I mean. And this other one is the Body Shop British Rose shower scrub. This one, it smells decent, but it makes my skin feel very silken. It's very nice. There's not much in this bottle, which I'm sad about, and I don't know if they sell it for real. I need to go into a Body Shop and look, but it's actually quite nice. It's actually quite nice. It's a nice feeling. This body scrub, 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 this body scrub. I love just collecting and trying products. It's like a lot of fun, just like trying what works, seeing what I like, seeing what I don't like. Now if this came in their old lemon scent or in their like aloe line, I think I would be hooked for life. I also like the sound of the lid. It's like textured. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Return of the Mac. I don't know why that's always on my mind. Okay, next up is a suggestion from let's see. Sorry, I got interrupted. Next up is a suggestion are two suggestions I should say from Starlin. First one is skin tint. So I've of course got the Fenty Easy Drop. Again, if we're talking bang for your buck, this stuff actually not that bad. As a disclaimer, I think it's like in the realm of like $48 Canadian. It might be a little bit more now, but I do not need to use a lot of this. Like, I do truly wonder if it is comparable, at least in value, like dollars spent to amount of product used each use. I would wonder if it's comparable to some of the like lower end skin tints on the market. I think honestly, if you have to spring for something in the makeup world, I think it's best to go for like your coverage products. This is fully not advice, by the way. This is just my view of it. It's better to spring for coverage products for me because, of course, like you don't want texture or like you want a good foundation or skin tint or whatever to be able to, I don't know, cover over with a very nice finish. So that's why I think that this Fenty skin tint is a good value, because I would hazard a guess to say that I have not even used like 20% of this bottle, and I've used it quite a bit because it is so like it's not full coverage by any means, but like it's good coverage for a skin tint. Like, it's more coverage than I would expect, at least in terms of other skin tints that I've used. Like, for example, I used to have this Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, and it was fine, but I couldn't get behind it. This stuff, though, say, it eventually, after a couple hours of wear, it felt a little bit like plaster on the face. This stuff does not. This stuff feels like skin. And it's also not heavy at all. But it comes in this wonderful, like, geometric style bottle. And it's just really well done. I mean, it's Rihanna, so shocker that it's really well done. And Darlin's next suggestion was pins. So I have these staples. We've had these for years and years and years in the family. Just these thumbtacks. These multicolored thumbtacks. Like, I wonder, does this have a year on it? 2002, yep. Now, of course, I'm not going to stir these around with my finger. But that's what we have the pen for. Usually I don't like a jingling or a clinking sound, but this is remarkably like it, but it's a lot more like dull than I thought it would be of a sound. It's not quite as sharp. It kind of cuts a nice middle ground between like a too clinky and nice and dull. The backside is just like straight, it's like raw clay or whatever you call it, like it's not glazed. Yeah, I don't like that sound. I like the tapping on the glazed side better. Alright. Next up, we have some suggestions from Emma Likes Pomegranates, and one of your suggestions is the word plushie, and I was about to get out the giant Sylveon that's like behind me, but instead, this is the axolotl that the same friend who made that drink a day tray, aka Soapdish, she gave me this thing, which I thought the axolotl could give your ears some nuzzles. Isn't this thing cute? It's gonna rub its little fronds against your cheek. I guess it's frills, not its fronds. Fronds are for palms. It's gonna give you some under the chin nuzzles. This little plushie, little axolotl plushie. Okay. Just gonna give him some tail wags. Because the things on his tail are a little bit rougher of an edge. Okay. Another suggestion from Emma Likes Pomegranates is lip product. And I was like, okay, what do I use? Because I've got this again. More expensive, but it's actually quite worth it. So, I guess it's a worthy trade-off for this bomb.com. This is the coconut bomb.com universal skin salve. I am not a huge fan of of any lip product that has a scent, or I guess flavor, or whatever you would call it. I really dislike them. But this one just works for me. It's completely, it's inoffensive, it's unobtrusive, and truth be told, I don't like the plain fragrance or scent or flavor or whatever of the bomb.com, so I prefer this one. And you can use this, I think, anywhere, honestly. Like if you have super dry, oh yeah, here we go, use on lips, cuticles, elbows, your friend, anywhere that needs some love. I honestly think this would be too greasy to use on. Like if I had it on my cuticles, I would wonder what I would be doing while it was soaking in, because it wouldn't, I would not feel good with it on, like, it's a little too greasy, I guess is a good word for it. But on the lips it just works. Like it doesn't feel greasy on the lips. It might be, but to me it's alright. But like, I could not imagine rubbing this on my elbow and not feeling like there's just like this weird slippery, like humid patch or something on my elbow. But it is intensely hydrating, so if you're a person who can stand that, this might be for you. I'm not going to put any on right now because I do need to go eat dinner. Well, then cook myself something. Yay. Now, Emma likes pomegranates. The only thing that I couldn't find for sure that you suggested was selenite. Now, I think that this thing is selenite, but I'm not sure. Again, I'm going to up the brightness just for a second or two. But it's this ball of like white crystal that my mom got me. Actually, this was my grandma who got me this. I don't know if this is selenite or not. I can't remember. But it's pretty. And that's really all that matters. This little ball of selenite I've got. I like the way that the light hits it. I like the way that the light hits it again. If I pump up the brightness a little bit, where it gets those like bands of light that you can see, and then it kind of looks clearish when you look at it head on. just fantastic. And it's so cool, like, their leaves are so firm that when new ones bloom, like, in from the middle, they've got these, like, indentations of, like, the old leaves when they were, like, in that rosette, kind of like when they're coming in. But if I try to drag one of the spines along the mic, I hope you can hear that. We're innovating again. There we go. The spines are so hard and so sharp, like, shit could probably give you a vaccine. It's so, like, sharp and precise. But this is my agave isthmensis. And I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Okay. So that is from Naya Nugget. Who's left? Okay. Lilia Larson. You suggested bookmark. Where did I leave it? Oh, here it is. Bookmark. This is the last thing that I need you all to see, so I'm going to crank down the brightness again. Bookmark. Now this bookmark is from when I was in grade 9. Yeah, because that teacher was... Yes, okay. So this bookmark was from when I was in grade 9. This bookmark was made for me by the EA. And I don't know if EAs are like things in other places. I know like it basically changes from like province to province or jurisdiction to jurisdiction, whatever. But generally an EA is like a support staff member who specifically deals, I should say who specifically like comes into the classroom to help support any of the kids with like more complex needs, so students with ADHD or autism. And this was before the era where I knew I had ADHD, but part of me thinks that this EA who made this for me, who made this bookmark for me, part of me thinks she kind of caught on, and of course by like her contract she couldn't pull me aside like or anything like that to do anything specific with me, but she would give me these like little strategies or little snippets of wisdom, like if I was working in a group with the kids that she was working with or something like that. It would be very interesting to like listen to the things that she was saying, and like this could help you. And it says here, wishing you all the best, because I was graduating that year, 2000, it was the 2012-2013 school year. I was graduating to high school at grade 9 for at least my provinces, the end of junior high school. And on the front, it, like, clearly she had like some sort of card making kit or something. On the front it's got this eye, and then it says here, to be all that is possible, we must attempt the impossible. To be all that we can be, we must dream of being more. And then she's got like this very cute little piece of tape. Here, I'll pump up the brightness again, but she's got like this piece of tape here that's got like wording on it, and it's actually like tape that has a dictionary entry on it. I want to know where she got this tape, but it says memory or process of remembering. One remembers. It's very interesting. It's like cut off, but it's kind of cool. And then there's like a little eye chart on it, which is like so cool. I don't know. I really like this bookmark. I've had it for a long time, clearly. So that's the one that I use from that teacher, and I really appreciate her. I still do. Hopefully she's doing well. Oh, and then Lilia I searched and searched and searched. I couldn't find my water bottle. I was like, where the fuck is it? Turns out it's in the backpack that I take to work. I take 2 water bottles to work in my backpack, and guess who has both of them in his backpack in his car? Because I forgot my backpack in my car. Anyway, so I was going to bring my water bottle around, but then I was like, where the hell is it? So, as a consolation prize, this is the David's teacup that I use. I take this David's teacup to bed with me. And this thing, like, the hype about this thing is real. It can keep my water cold, if I have ice in it especially, but it can keep water cold, no ice, for probably a good 20 hours. Like, I will sip it the day after, and it's like, wow, this is still cold. Or like, for example, like, I'll try. I filled this up last night, and it's still, like, decently cool. Now, if you have ice in this thing, it is a tidy 24 hours before that shit will get, like, to room temperature. And it's got this, like, nice texture. It goes from, like, gold to blue, and it's got, like, this nice glittery texture. It feels very nice. Sorry, I have to crank up the brightness, like, once every 2 minutes, just to show you all. We're gonna get more drinking sound. Let's see. Hopefully that was good. Hopefully that was good. Say the word alright, in my head it plays like almost every single time. I'll replay in my head, alright, and I don't know where that's from. Like, obviously it's like an accent, alright, and I kind of like, sometimes it's Australian, sometimes it's like one of those English regional dialects. Always happens. So we're gonna get to our last suggestion. As we do our little wrap up that we usually do. So our little wrap up that we usually do. So, the last suggestion is from June 3562. I always forget the number. I have a couple Cause.